Does Fly to the Moon 0 ring a bell?
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together like we fly. Don't ever let me come back from your love. From your love. From your love.
Hey everyone, it's Bree here. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If this isn't your first time on my channel, you've probably seen my previous videos on WayV's Lucas. After Lucas was accused of gaslighting and cheating by multiple anonymous netizens, the idol took to Instagram to apologize, and SM Entertainment announced that he would be on an indefinite hiatus. Since then, SM has not made any other statements on the matter. In my last video on Lucas, I explained the findings of an investigation team put together by Loomies, or members of Lucas's fandom. In this video, I'm back to report on more details they've gathered in their continued investigation. The investigators were able to pinpoint the accusers to a sasaeng circle. In fact, if you're an in-citizen, you might know one of the sasaengs very well. Does Fly to the Moon 0 ring a bell? As always, I'm just here to summarize the findings of the investigation. I encourage you to read the entire investigation for a more detailed understanding, and it's up to you to decide what you think about the findings and the case as a whole, since we're still waiting on an official statement from SM. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. I also want to make a quick announcement. I will be discussing legitimate sasaeng fan accounts, so do not send hate to any of the parties mentioned. I encourage you to not interact with them at all because it would not be productive. Like I touched on earlier, after doing more investigating, the investigators discovered that the allegations made against Lucas seemed to be linked to a network of sasaengs. Remember, a sasaeng is an obsessive fan who stalks or engages in other behavior, constituting an invasion of privacy of celebrities, such as K-pop idols and K-drama actors. There's a very fine line between obsessive love and hate, so sometimes these sasaengs go so far as to try to hurt idols they fixate on, whether it's to physically hurt them or to attack their character or reputation. With that in mind, let's discuss the OPs, or the accounts that made the allegations against Lucas, and look at how they're tied to a network of sasaengs. OP1, or Ushim, was the OP who made allegations against Lucas on Twitter. First, the investigator found that the Twitter thread accusing Lucas was first posted on an account called J4PZM, then deleted minutes later and posted onto the Ushim account. This is most likely because the J4PZM account was created on August 21st, 2021, so posting on the Ushim account, which was created in 2015, would seem less suspicious than an account that seemed to be created for the sole purpose of making the allegations. The investigators reviewed Ushim's tweets and realized they used the hashtag WongUK, which is an incorrect spelling of Lucas's name. After researching the hashtag on Twitter, the investigators discovered that multiple other sasaengs used the same misspelled hashtag. One account was ｓоциал sasaeng 111, who at the time was only following Ushim and NCT. The notorious NCT sasaeng, Fly to the Moon 0, who has had several other usernames and has private accounts, also used the same exact hashtag. The investigators also found that Fly to the Moon 0's private account also followed and networked with a group of Chinese sasaengs and fan site admins, some who live in South Korea, who were in the UK during the time period OP referred to in their allegations. This network of sasaengs also frequented and are linked to the same locations Ushim referred to in their allegations and profile. On top of that, the pin drop used by OP3 in the allegations matches the location of the sasaeng account user Luxor0125. The investigators found this user's private Weibo account and discovered that they study in the UK and referred to Elephant and Castle as their place of residence. The pin drop shared in OP3's Weibo post matches the pin drop of Luxor0125's private residence, implying that Luxor0125 is OP3. Twitter user VHXDDFB, who posted and translated all of the Weibo posts on Twitter, also used the same misspelled WongUK hashtag. Another interesting point is VHXDDFB's profile picture of a pink doll is the same profile picture of the account OP2 claims to be Lucas's private Instagram account in their allegations. It's also a bit fishy that it took VHXDDFB about 28 minutes to post their translation of OP3's allegation on Twitter, almost as if they were expecting it. Searching with the hashtag WongUK and doing cross-checks with Ushim's account, the investigators noticed that the Twitter account WongUkHE10125 had interacted with Twitter user Chips and another deleted account. While going through user Chips' tweets, they found a post which refers to the rumors of the white cat that Lucas allegedly abandoned mentioned in OP4's Weibo allegations. This post was dated July 26, 2021, an entire month before the allegations were published. The investigators also found another user who interacted with Ushim and WongUK10125. This user, after being tagged in connection with their interactions with WongUK0125, privated their account and changed their username, almost as if they'd been caught red-handed, or at least had something to hide. Remember the photo of Lucas drinking that OP3 shared, claiming that they drank with Lucas? The investigators discovered that the photo was actually taken in Hong Kong, not London, as the OP3 claims, which discredits their story. The photo has been cropped to respect privacy, and the investigators state that the full photo has been sent to SM. The investigators also pointed out that the aforementioned sasaeng and fan site admin accounts all seem to be closely linked to Indonesian fan sites, following and/or interacting with them on Twitter. This is relevant considering in the previous article the investigators released, they explained that the Ushim Instagram account was created with an Indonesian phone number, and sasaengs are known to buy accounts specifically to hide their identities. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Remember Fly to the Moon Zero, the notorious NCT Chinese sasaeng that I mentioned before? If you're an N citizen, you've probably seen her Twitter account, or at least heard of her. She also has multiple accounts, such as _, but in this video, we'll refer to her as Fly to the Moon. Fly to the Moon is a Chinese woman who has been in NCT sasaeng pretty much since their debut. She first set her crosshairs on Mark, and even went so far as to attend his graduation, to stalk him and take pictures, even sometimes following him around in his everyday life to the point where he was pretty scared and uncomfortable. Her current target seems to be Yang Yang. You might remember the incident that occurred on January 11, 2020. Fly to the Moon obtained WayV's flight information that was probably bought from another sasaeng, boarded their plane, and bribed staff to switch her seat so she could sit next to Yang Yang. An argument between Kun and Fly to the Moon occurred over the matter, and you can see a tweet here summarizing what occurred from Weibo and linking Luxor0125, another sasaeng, to the event. On the very same day, Fly to the Moon posted allegations against Kun on Weibo. From her retelling of the event, you can tell her perspective is pretty skewed, and it's almost as if she believes that in her mind, she's dating Kun and he disrespected her. There are also some very uncanny similarities between Fly to the Moon's modus operandi and Ushim's accusations. The investigators also discovered something else that is pretty unlikely to just be a coincidence. On May 19, 2019, both Fly to the Moon, Luxor0125, and HK_boy_expo hall posted pictures of Lucas and Yang Yang at the Incheon airport. As mentioned before, the investigators have discovered they're in the same sasaeng circle, so they probably traveled from Shanghai to Incheon together. There's another uncanny connection that should also be noted. A Twitter user named P_note99 tweeted recaps of all of the OP's allegations. When OP3 claimed that they met Lucas through airdropping him at his schedule in September 15, 2019, Fly to the Moon interjected on her private Weibo account and claimed that she had contacted Lucas through airdrop on May 19, 2019. To back up OP3's claims. The same date that Fly to the Moon traveled to Incheon with the other sasaengs and took pictures of Lucas. In their recap of the allegations, P_note99 referred to Fly to the Moon as a well-known sasaeng. But how would P_note99 know who the private account belonged to? Unless they knew them personally. This suggests that they interacted and were probably working together. In addition, OP3 claimed that the airdrop incident occurred on September 15, 2019, which matches up with the date the sasaengs took a flight to Heathrow Airport. Fly to the Moon also made multiple posts on her private Weibo account expressing that she wanted Lucas out of WayV. The investigators also found another Twitter user, WongUK0125, previously known as YRHS_Lucas or Your Highness, which interacted with Ushim's post. Your Highness has followed Lucas since pre-debut and has claimed to be Lucas's girlfriend. She closed down her fan site and became inactive on some of her accounts after fans claimed that she scammed them out of money for goods that they never received. The investigators also found Your Highness's Weibo account and discovered that she studies psychology, which could be related to the gaslighting allegations. Alright, now let's shift gears once again and talk about Lucas's fan site. If you recall, after the allegations hit the web, the site admins of Lucas CNFC, his Chinese fan site, announced their resignation and offered to hand over the fan site to anyone who was interested in taking over. This was quite alarming and worried fans, since when things like this happen, fan sites usually wait until the matter is resolved by the artist's company before hastily resigning or shutting down. A WayV whistleblower, who we'll call ms.A, contacted the Lumi's investigators and informed them that the Lucas Chinese fan site put together a group to recruit site admins. The sasaeng we mentioned before, Your Highness, interacted with the fan site often and was part of the recruitment group. ms.A claimed that sasaeng and fan site admin Luxor0125 was very close with Your Highness and provided the investigators with their private WayV accounts. Sure enough, the investigators found that they are on very friendly terms and interact with each other quite often. ms.A added that Luxor0125, Kun 1996-0101 underscore spacetab, and Fly to the Moon Zero are close friends too. Another interesting point is in a post Luxor0125 made on August 26, 2021, they appeared to be in support of Lucas, defending him. However, in the post dated September 15, 2021, on their private account, they are insinuating Lucas offended one of them in their group. Why defend Lucas on their public account but then talk badly about him on their private account? Luxor0125 also flew to Gimpo from Shanghai on October 27, 2019 to follow Lucas and take pictures of him. This is the same date that OP3 claimed to have messaged Lucas on WeChat. In fact, Luxor0125's flight arrival time was 9:36, and in OP3's alleged WeChat messages with Lucas, he allegedly said, "I have arrived," 1 minute after Luxor0125's flight arrival time at 9:37. So why is it that the OP's allegations also coincide with the activities of the sasaeng group? The WayV whistleblower ms.A also accused the Lucas Chinese fan club of threatening Label V to release Lucas's schedule. When Label V refused, the Lucas Chinese fan site did not communicate with them and did not do any group orders for Awaken the World, making Lucas become the only member with a 0 album sales, and forcing Lumis to go to the WayV bar or fanbase to purchase the albums. In addition, when the allegations broke, like I mentioned before, the Lucas Chinese fan site admins immediately stepped down before SM even made a statement, which is not the norm for fan clubs when a scandal occurs. ms.A pointed out that the Chinese government is currently cracking down on fandom culture, and this could have been the admins of the fan club's way of hiding the fact that they had operated unethically and misappropriated funds. Although the admins promised to refund fans with open orders, numerous fans have voiced that they have not yet been refunded, and some persistent fans asking to be repaid claim that they've even been threatened. So to summarize, the investigators have found that a ring of sasaengs and fan site admins who all know each other well were instrumental in making the allegations. It's way too coincidental that the allegations' dates and times coincide with the times that sasaengs were traveling to follow Lucas, even taking pictures of him and uploading them to their accounts. In my opinion, the most telling and disturbing aspect of the findings was Fly to the Moon Zero's involvement. As I touched on before, she's a notorious sasaeng who has tortured NCT for years and seems to start malicious rumors about them whenever things don't go her way. When Kun admonished her about invading Yang Yang's privacy on the plane in 2020, she started rumors about him. On January 18, 2021, Fly to the Moon Zero followed WayV with a group of sasaengs when they were traveling to a schedule, taking pictures of them when the members stopped to use the bathroom. Kun, Lucas, and Xiaojun all expressed their disgust towards the sasaengs on Bubble. As I pointed out before, she's mentioned on her private WayV account that she wants to get rid of Lucas, so in her twisted mind, this may be her way to do that. We also have to remember the issue with the Lucas Chinese fan site. The fan site admins could be in huge trouble if the Chinese government catches on to their unethical practice and scamming of the fan club members. Stepping down as admins as soon as the allegations came out, before SM even made a statement about the matter, is extremely telling. Sasaeng culture has plagued the K-pop industry for years. Quoted from a user article on All K-pop, sasaengs are fueled by a love and obsession so intense that it leads them to act upon these emotions. They have photos of their idol's passport, their mobile number, private photos, and even private accounts and private photos of their idol's family members. Sasaengs also sell idol information to other sasaengs, such as flight information, making a profit off these idols like they are products and not people. They create fan bases and a following of others with sasaeng tendencies as well by utilizing social media. By this, They oftentimes create multiple accounts for each member of a group and use idols for financial gain and profit, even if they don't like that idol. To them, it's all about power and money. It's a business to them. What can they do to make the most money off an idol? What information or what phone number can they sell to the highest bidder? In short, I encourage you to take this information and form your own opinion on the matter. I'll link the full thread from Twitter for you to read fully, as I didn't cover every detail of the investigation. I will say, however, before I close this video, that SM has handled this horribly, in true SM fashion. It's been almost 2 months and they still haven't made any updates on Lucas's situation or if an investigation is being handled behind the scenes. No matter the outcome, keeping fans in the dark is not okay. Last month, when asked about Lucas's scandal on a call with the Post, WayV's 10 stated, "Fans don't need to be worried about us that much, because we're working towards our goals and we're still WayV. SM and NCT specifically have had a horrible history with sasaengs. So if anything, I hope this can be a wake-up call to SM to take things seriously and to get to the bottom of this issue and this vicious cycle." So what are your thoughts on the investigation and the information on the sasaeng circle? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and give this video a thumbs up and share it if you found it informative. Also, special thanks to the Loomies who carried out this investigation and who diligently sent this information to SM. If you liked this video, make sure to join my Discord server where we have a running thread where we talk about the Lucas situation and keep each other up to date. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!